Hey Visos, Bart here. No, that's not true. But I was inspired by Visos' video about monkeys who can perform certain cognitive tasks better than humans. And those monkeys are playing a game. And that was good. This one was also good. You get the drill. So I decided to make such game. And I make it. Ah! Yes. Yes. So my best time is 6 seconds, but I don't feel I'm gonna beat it. Whoa, 4.5. That's great. Wow, I'm good in my game. That's awesome. Yes, but not 3.7. That's my top score. Ah, okay, you get the drill. So how I did it? Let me just show you real quick. Spawner is my main blueprint, and here I can set up to maybe not 7 but only 5 of them. Yes, it will be much easier. 2.5 seconds, great. So I'm gonna show you how I made it, and I'm gonna give you this project so you can check it out by yourself. You can play it, you can do whatever you want with it. I was thinking of putting it on my Patreon, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna put it there, but you don't have to be my patron to download it, and certainly you don't have to be my patron to watch this video and subscribe to my channel. Maybe leave a like. Please don't bother me now. Okay, so let's get right into it. How I did it. So Spawner is my main blueprint. I treat it like a player controller or whatever, but I just create an actor. What I did here is I set up in input, in class settings. Please, not now. Sorry, guys. And I set up the auto receive input to 0 because I need to have this left mouse button event here. Besides that, I create a widget which shows me the current time, the shortest time, win or lost, and the button play again. And I have also have element, which is just a blueprint which has the text render that shows the number, and also the plane, which is now not visible, but it is visible. It's slightly above the number, so it the text is underneath, so it can be seen when this plane is visible. But leave it not visible, and let's go to the spawner. So basically I start with creating widget, and I send the create widget set up to variable, and I send this spawner variable as a reference to widget variable, and I set up the numbers, which is I set up the grid, and the grid is 5 times 7, so I have 2 for loops. With last index 4 to 7, because first is 0. I got distance set up to 100, so every index I multiply by distance, and I spawn this actor at the begin play, which is my element with proper text rotation. And I set it up to elements array, and I set the visibility of the text render to none. And I set up the mouse cursor to true, so I can move the mouse and click stuff, and I can see the mouse. What else? Then I set the visibility of my widget to collapse, At the beginning I don't, I mean not the whole widget but the win-lose text, I don't want to see it at the beginning. And then I have a function random elements. And this is kind of tricky because I did it different way previously, but it was wrong. Basically what I do, I have an array of elements with 40 elements in it, which is like every number I can pick, and I want to pick random either 5 or 7 numbers. Here's the number of elements, it's 5 now, so I want to pick 5 random numbers from the whole 40 array of elements. So I'm getting my, I'm setting random indexes. I need to clear it first, and then I'm getting all my 40 elements and I'm adding just to its indexes, like from 0 to 39, to array of random indexes. So I have an array of random indexes with just 0 to 39 indexes. But then I shuffle it, so it's not in order anymore. And then I resize it, so I get the same random indexes array and I just shorten its length to the number of elements. This way I have 5 of random numbers from the range of 0 to 39 without any duplicates, because before that I may just choose random numbers, but there were times that I have twice or even 3 times the same number. But this way I don't have this problem. So then I choose current elements. So this is simple. I just, again, my current elements, which are those 5 elements that are gonna be in this game from all those 40 elements. I need to clear this array first, and then I'm getting my random indexes, and from the all elements, all 40 of them, I'm just getting those random elements and I'm adding it to current elements variable. So this current elements variable now have 5 references to the 5 elements of those 40 elements right there. And then I'm setting up the collision to true, collision of the plane of the element, because somewhere there later I disable the collision, and this is loop, so I'm doing it again after I press the play again button. What else? Then I have set elements visibility. That's because I'm switching off and switching on the visibility either of the plane or the text or both of them. So I have this function that just gets all the current elements, and I set the visibility either a plane or a text based on the this bool, and I set up the visibility again because I sometimes want to switch it on or switch it off. So in this here I'm setting up the visibility to true, and I set the text visibility to true. Only those 5 elements I have on my board, let's say. And then I set the current elements number. I just get the current elements, and I'm triggering the function set number, and function set number just gets the number and set it the current number of this element, so from 1 to 5, and set it up to this variable, and then set it up its display. I need to store it here because I need to know which number I am pressing right now. So this is the number variable of current element. And how I'm setting up this, it is right here. How I'm setting up this number, I'm just getting the array index and setting up. But I add 1 because I don't want to start with 0 but with 1. So every of those current elements has its number set up to consecutive number from 1 to 5. Okay, and I can, so what I explain here, it is here. I create widget, one more thing, there is a time that is counting and I'm printing it. And the time is right here, so I just get the time, I add the delta seconds to it, and I set the time. This time variable is local in this blueprint, but I again set I send the time value to the time variable of the widget, so it can display there, and it only works when the variable stop counting is false, because sometimes when I win or lose, I set up this variable to stop counting, so I don't count the time anymore, so it doesn't increment. Okay, so what's happened next? Next, I have this. So I set up widget, the time is here, shortest time is 0 for now, and I set up those 5 elements from those 40 right here. And then I click the first. The game starts, I have to click the 1. The time is already counting because it's counting the time I'm watching, and I'm watching these numbers because this also counts, but it starts when I press 1, and then I change all the other numbers to black squares, and this is what is happening here. If I press left mouse button, there's this function, and this is whole thing that is happening. First of all, I'm getting all elements under my cursor, and I'm just casting it to the element BP, and I'm setting up to local variable, so I don't have to drag those things right there, just have this nice element reference right here. And then I need to start the game when I press the first element. So if I press the element, I need to check if this element number is equal to 1. When it is, I can start the game, so I set up to start it, this variable I set up to start it, and then I set up the elements visibility, which is the function I already told you about, the text, not the text but the plain visibility, because if it's not text it's the plain, to new visibility. So when I start, the whole elements are set up, the text is the plain is now visible, and then I increment the current number. Current number is the number I'm counting all the clicks on the elements, and if the clicks, I increment them. So every time I click the element, the current number increments, and I need to click those elements in proper order. So those elements have to have the same value as the current number. So I'm increment this number to know which next element I have to press to win the game. And if I press element, I have function remove element. I'm not actually removing it. I'm just setting up its visibility, both plain and text, to none, and I'm setting it collision to no, because I don't want to press twice the same element that was already pressed and it's not visible anymore. So this is what's happening with the first click, when the first element is equal to 1. But then if I press next element, I already started the game, so I can press next element because I have to start with 1. What is going on there? I'm checking if I'm clicking the element that is current element, so one of those 5. So I'm finding from the current elements, if it found this element, it means I can click it. I could probably resolve this with collision, maybe disabling collision of all other elements besides this, but I did it like this. And again, I need to increment the current number. And then I remove the element I just click, which is I disable its visibility and set up its collision to no collision. And then I check if that's the thing I told you about, if the current number, which I just incremented, is equal to the number of the element I'm clicking. And if it's true, right here, it means that I'm good to go and I'm winning. And here I'm checking if the element I'm clicking is the last element, because if it is, I win the game, so it happens here. If it's not, nothing happens. I can just play. But if the current number is equal to number of elements, it means that I pressed the last element without any mistake, so I won the game. So I disable the variable. I mean, I set up the started variable to false. I set up the stop counting to true, which means that this counting is not happening, so I just stop the watch. And I set the visibility of the widget win-lose sign to true, to visible, and I set up the value to win, so it's set up so it shows the win sign. And then I display the shortest time, which I'm doing like this. I'm getting the current time, which I am counting right here. And then I'm getting the shortest time, which I set up now to 100 million or something like that. So hopefully your time will be shorter than 100 million second or even a billion second. And I'm getting the minimum value to set up the shortest time. So if you set up the high score, which is the shortest time, but next round you go even better, so the shortest time will be, the current time will be smaller than the shortest time. So it's set up the minimum value for the shortest time, so you can beat your record. I don't save this because if I'm about to make save game, it's gonna be, you know, much more to explain, and I already don't have. But bear with me. Okay, what happens here? If I'm incrementing current number and I'm checking if my number of element is equal to it. If it's not, it means I screw up. I didn't press the elements in proper order, which means I lose. So I set up the compile failed sound, which is my favorite, as I'm not sure if you are hearing this, you do. Every Unreal Engine developer loves this sound. I also setting up stop counting because I need to stop time as well, and I'm setting up again the win-lose sign to visible, but this time not win. Sorry, you lose. And then I'm going to set button visible, which goes to the widget and set this button visible, and then I can play again. If this button is clicked again, then it's collapsed, but I set up the restart, which is here. And restart basically is plugged right here, so the loops goes on. But when I press restart, I need to set up the current number to 0. I need to set up the stop counting to false, so it can count again, and I need to set up the time to 0, so it counts from 0. And again, I need to set the visibility of current elements, which are no, not the new one, but because I set up the new one here, but the previous elements need to be not visible, so both text and plain is set up to not visible. And that's how it works. In terms of camera, I just put camera here and I did it the simplest thing ever. I just get this and I set view target with blend at the beginning to the camera actor with player controller. So just this camera just stays here. I should probably make a player controller so on, but that was I just wanted to go right to it. And yeah, so this is how I did it. There's like infinite ways you can make this. If you have any ideas how I could do something better, please let me know in the comments. There's link, you can download this project, you can play with it, and yeah, guys, that's all. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like if you like this video. You can subscribe to the channel and consider support me on my Patreon. Cheers, see you next time.